but it is 36 laps around this 4.3 kilometer Mexican Grand Prix track. 2.67 miles, 17 corners, 7 to the left, 10 to the right. A lot of very technical corners and a very long start-finish straight as well for some potential overtaking. And Marco gets a jump start. And we are away here, and John gets a much better start compared to Merck. He's down the inside, and Merck is now trying to steal his slipstream. Leo is side by side with Doggy Falcons as well. They're going side by side into turn 1. Merck to turn 6, and he kept his lead over John. And Leo has gone around the outside of Doggy Falcons, and around goes Tom, trying to go to the inside of Doggy Falcons. There wasn't really a space there. So Tom has gone around from starting in P6. He's down at the back of the field, and Marco has retired after his jump start. He's probably just given up, I guess. Or did he have further contact? So. And Tommy, starting from P13, he's P6. But if there's a safety car for... Oh, someone's gone wide. That's T. Burlington into turn 12. He's gone really wide. He's lost 3 positions as a result of it, dropping down from P13 to P16. So a horrid start for the McLaren driver. And he's now right ahead of his fellow teammate here. And in front of Verdex, who also got caught up in some form of incident. He's pitting. Maybe his eyes are too much for him. And we have a fight for P4. That is Renzo trying to go around the outside of Doggy Falcons. As DC now gets down the inside of Shears for P9, but Shears gets a better exit coming around the outside of turn 2 and getting to the inside of turn 3. They're side by side coming out of the corner, and Verdex needs to sort out his personal issues there, so that's 2 retirements already. On lap 2 of 36, as DC is down the inside of Shears and finally made the move stick. And up into P9 goes DC. As Protocol now fighting with Larson, both of them really shaky out of turn 5. Both of them getting a swap over there as T. Burlington gets a better exit compared to Larson. And now, wait, why did Larson start from... Oh yeah, Larson didn't set a lap time, did he? That's why he started from P19.
Yep.
But he's made his way up to P14, but he's lost 2 positions in a row in the space of 3 corners. The top 6, 7, 8 all have it, and the top 8 are trying to fight. Here's Genji going down the inside of Waffle, and that's because Waffle doesn't have it. Waffle's lost DRS, so Waffle didn't get DRS at the detection point on the end of the last lap, as Birkin also goes down the inside of Ruff and takes P11 away from the Ferrari driver for corner cutting. And Birkin, no, Shears around. Shears is around in the middle sector. He's dropped down from P10 to P15. That's 5 positions lost for the Haas driver. Did he have damage? And Larson is around. Larson is around, and he's down to P18. And we have a lot of fights here. It's Prologo trying to pass Ruff. They're going side by side through turn 2 and turn 3. That's not going to be very kind. And T. Burlington also behind the pair of them have passed Numi Nami to P13. Ruff is trying to return the 5 onto Prologo, but he's not got DRS. But he's really close to the back of Renzo. He's only got 25% overtake, but he's using 10% of it. And he's getting the slipstream here. And down the inside goes Tommy. Renzo let him go. I have no idea. We have a fight for 3 white here. It's Ruff, Burlington, and Numi Nami. But Numi decides to stay behind. He's on the hards. Both drivers up ahead are on no ERS. And Larson is in the pits. No, Larson spun coming out of the final corner. He's not in the pits. He's having trouble.
What a switchback from Ruff, by the way.
Yep, they're still going side by side, and Numi Nami lets Tom go. So, oh, they're still side by side between Ruff, and they make contact.
Oh, that's not really the place to go side by side.
Yep, and Tom, all those soft tires are catching up at a very fast rate. However, these soft tires will be degrading in a very short time because they can go at a maximum of 10 to 11 laps. So they're already halfway in there, and T. Burlington taps Ruff. This gives Tom the opportunity to go around the outside, and he's got the position. Oh, and T. Burlington gets a huge oversteer moment coming out of the final corner, and because of that, Numi Nami is through into P14, and now Tom right on the back of Ruff. Ruff has no ERS to defend. Tommy, that's another penalty. Reduce the gap between the 2 drivers, but he's deploying all of his overtake. He's decided this is time to go. I'm not gonna get held up anymore. I think I'm faster than rough ahead. So Numi has pulled the trigger and used all of his overtake. And he's up into P13. And this train I don't think is gonna break unless someone pits. And Doggy pits. So he's gone for the undercut. Only 8 laps on the soft tires though. It's a very early pit stop meanwhile. Are we fighting? No, we are not. We're still in the train here. From Tommy, Renzo, Genji, Waffle, I think nobody is really looking to fight at this stage of the race. And Birkin, though, is on the inside of DC into turn 1. Has he done it? Yes, he has. DC will get a better exit, but Birkin parks it on the apex of turn 2, and Larson is in to the Narnia. Where is he gone? He's off to the side of the track. The broadcast camera almost didn't even catch the car. Larson pits, but he speeds and he retires.
Yep.
Merck,
which was a little bit expected.
Yeah, Merck is reacting. John is not. Leo didn't get DRS. That is crucial. He's a tenth off. Tommy continues. Renzo continues. Genji and Waffle have come in. Where is Doggy Falcons? He's behind Stanley. It's a terrible outlap for the Red Bull driver. He's been held up in this group. Stanley lets him go. So Stanley has moved out of the way on the main straight. And where's Merck? He's behind him. He's so much behind him.
Yeah, Dougie made it happen.
What an undercut. And John is ahead of Doggy Falcons. I'm very confused. How did Merck drop so far back?
I have no clue. And
Leo is now down the inside of T. Burlington. And he's made that stick. Genji is also past Stanley. So both of the McLarens are dropping back now. They are corks in the bottle of these drivers that have made their pit stops. And Genji is not close enough to the back of Merck to get DRS. Oh! He spun.
Yep, and that's Burlington.
Yeah. And John's past Pro to go, that's fine. Leo is fighting with Ruff, that's also fine because they are all not on the same strategy. And Tommy's past Stanley, that's also not on the same strategy. This is very confusing here because of the two-stop strategy here. The order is not as what you are looking at. So Merck had that lag spike in the pits. According to
really?
Jord. Oh wow.
Oh no. That's unlucky.
It's John, Doggy, Leo, Merck. That's the effective top 4 that have started on the soft tires, as Tommy is now down the inside of Ruff into turn 4. And he's done it. Renzo is now right on the back of Waffle. The old teammates, the reigning Constructors Champions. They have met on track. And what kind of stories are they going to bring us actually? Let's see the lead fight. It's DC down the inside of Burker. It's braked way too late. But surely he's going to get DRS again. Coming out of turn 3, but he's picked up a penalty. He's got too much in turn 3. And that's unfortunate as Leo passed the Pro to go. And Merck gets another penalty. So after that lag spike in the pits, he's trying to recover his time and position as much as possible. And in doing so, he's picked up 2 penalties in a row. As Tommy now gets past Numi Nami on the inside of turn 4. Renzo meanwhile has passed the Ruff with Waffle. So Renzo is back onto the rear end of Waffle for P11 on track.
Yep.
But, oh, DC's lost it! Oh my goodness! Coming out of turn 13, DC has almost beaten into the wall. And John was almost crashed out because of it now. Burker lets John go, and Burker has to pit. And DC is somehow back ahead of Burker because Burker has to come into the pits. But John was on the inside of the final corner on Burker. Yeah. But all that has meant Doggy Falcons gained about a second. The gap was 3 seconds and now 2 seconds to John. But Renzo doesn't have ERS either. Waffle meanwhile is on 6%. He will pass Numi into turn 1. Can Renzo follow suit? He's trying. He's braked. Is he late enough? No, he's not. Numinami is still on his left side. They're going side by side to turn 2. And they both track extended a little bit, trying to leave each other room. But that's compromised both of them. But Numinami still doesn't have DRS because of the detection point. As I said before, Lorenzo has taken the position away. However, he's 1.3 seconds behind Waffle, and he doesn't have overtake to try to bridge the gap. Yes, it's a terrific exit, and surely Leo is a sitting duck here. Leo is not using his overtake. He knows Merck's got him here, and he has. So Merck then recovered in P3 as Birkin sets the fastest lap of the race. He's in P10.
Yep, Merck is going to go for the overtake on Doggy now.
And he is. He's down the inside of turn 4. And Doggy tries to get the cutback, but there's no way through for the next, for the next part of the track, basically. Oh, that's another driver. Has picked up his first penalty. That's rough. So we've only got 3 left now. It's Kenji Renzo, who has been passed by Birkin, actually. So Birkin is through into P6. As DC pits, Genji meanwhile is on the outside of Tom into turn 1, and he's also made the move clean. Yeah, he's on the set of softs. So the Forerunners have decided to go soft, medium, soft here. That's the fastest second, and all of them react. John is in, Merck is in, Leo is in. They're all gonna be on a fresh set of softs. The gap between Doggy Falcons and John was 6.5 seconds, actually 7 seconds before they pitted. What's the gap gonna be when John comes out of the pits? Where's Merck?
And he's right on Merck.
Merck is trying to cover him off, but he's not got the speed, and Doggy Falcons is back through into a net P3, and Merck is sending it!
Yeah, that was not really a place to go for it.
Doggy did close the door, but the door was never open. Because he literally dive-bombed him there. However, they kept their positions, and Merck is trying to use a different line through turn 5, and Doggy is sending it into Genji, and he's done it! So Doggy has cleared the traffic faster than Merck, and Merck is now trying to go down the inside of Genji through turn 7 and going around the outside of turn 8. And because of the superior grip of the soft tires, Merck has made it work and will get DRS from Doggy Falcons, which is crucial for his chance of trying a last-ditch attack onto the leader John. Tommy meanwhile has gone around the outside of Waffle into turn 12. That's also soft versus the mediums. And look who's behind them. It's Birkin and Randall. And Randall will be on the better tires for the final stint, trying to attack his old team. And Leon is now going to draft past Genji as well, easily into turn 1. So the soft medium strategy maybe is not right for Genji. However, he doesn't have a penalty. John has gone fastest, and Merck is right on the back of Doggy Falcons, and it's a way more overtake to attack Doggy, and surely this is P2 on track for Merck, and Leo takes the fastest of away by some margin, because he did a 114.9. That's lucky. Shears, meanwhile, is trying to set the fastest. Tommy's retired?
Oh.
Where's he gone? Is he in the pits?
No. After the S section on the DRS.
Is he in the pits? I'm so confused.
Oh, wait.
He is in the pits,
I'm
right?
confused. Yeah, he is in the pit. Somebody else spun. It's DC that spun, I believe. Yep, that was DC. Oh, Tommy's got brake pedal problems. Oh,
that's
no.
why he's keep going. Burker's standing into Waffle in turn 4. It's a really polite stand, but they're going 3 wide. Randall's got the better exit. Oh, what a move from Randall if he can keep it. They're going 3 wide coming out of turn 6.
Someone has to back out.
And Waffle is trying to keep it, but Randall goes around the outside of turn 7, around the outside of turn 9. What a move from Randall.
Wow.
So follow Burkers through, and Waffle gets a huge swap of oversteer.
He even forgot to enable his DRS there.
On the actual turn 11. And Leo now surely is going to pass Doggy, whose lights are flashing. That means he's under 10% of overtake, and Leo easily passed Doggy Falcons, who's going to try his best to stay behind Leo to drag him towards Merck, because Even if Merck had all these penalties, if Doggy Falcon is not fast enough, he can still, well, be dropped back as DC picks up another penalty.
As Doggy is really losing a lot of pace now. Suddenly.
He
lost
made a
another
huge,
second.
yeah, he made a huge, because he's behind Shears. He was ahead of him when we looked at him in the middle sector.
On the S's, he made a big mistake and Shears passed him there.
So he's lost 3 seconds on the last lap, or 2 seconds, I beg your pardon, but he's got DRS on Shears. So that's going to help him a little bit.
That's a good mention from Maniacs in the chat. Doggy is really close to losing the gap to Merck now.
I think he is going to lose it, because he is already 8.8 seconds away. It's 8.8 coming out of the final corner. We are on the final lap of the race. It is John who's leading and will take the win unless he makes a mistake on the final lap. But Doggy Falcons is now officially 9 seconds behind Merck. And I think Merck has just scraped out a P2 here, which is incredible. Randall, meanwhile, he's really close to the back of Birkin and he's trying to go for it. They're both out of ERS. Randall is trying to go around the outside. This is not sensible, you know. You don't want to pick up a penalty here, Randall. And he's squeezed Birkin out a little bit. But he's kept the inside line and made it stick. A yellow flag again
Stanley.
this time.
Yep.
Yeah, Stanley's lost it.
Last corner.
But John is coming out to the final corner. And he's going to take the first win of the season in Mexico. It's John in the Alfa Romeo who wins the Mexican Grand Prix. Leo, by virtue of penalties, is going to drop behind Doggy Falcons, I think. Yes? No? Yes, by 1/10 of a second! How much time did Doggy Falcons lose in the final 4 laps? And Stanley is...
first race of the season.
So it is John, starting from P2, had a really good fight with Merck on lap 1, and then stayed patient. And then, because of an overcut strategy, a bad start John has done a good strat and taken win in Mexico. Merck was unlucky after his leg spike, but he got so many penalties, probably because of the leg spike. He was trying to catch up the time that he lost in the pits, and he was... over aggressive onto the curbs for some times. And Doggy Falcons finishing in P3, only less than a tenth in front of Leo. So Doggy Falcons really dropped back in the final 4 laps of the race. Maybe he had a strategy that... he did pit quite early for the final stint as well, so his tires are the worst out of the top 4 that could have played as a factor in that final podium place fight as well. Genji went for the soft medium. That kinda didn't work because he was a sitting duck when the top 4 come out of the pits after their second pit stop, but he still finished P5, so that's a really decent result for Genji. I had a Renzo just about who actually recovered to P6, so not bad. But then look at Birkin from P18 to P7, and look at Protocol from P20 to P9. And in between the two AlphaTauris, it is the Williams or Waffle who finish in P8. They're ahead of Tom, who will pick up the final point. And, well, the fastest lap actually did go to Leo, who set a 14.9.
Yeah, that's extremely fast.
And Merck actually also...
How cool it was, yeah.
There's a 14.9 somewhere, but that was entertaining, nonetheless. And the rest of the finishers include Numinami, Ruff, T. Burlington, DC, Stanley and Shears, with Tommy having brake pedal issues, Larson spinning a lot of times, Verdex having an eye issue in real life, and Marco who jumped the start and decided to give up on lap 1.